Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to more Manor Regulars action. I'm your caster Invisible Joan, and joined by me is Bunny, and he's currently dealing with something right now, so he won't be here. Hopefully he'll be back soon. And I apologize for the delay, but I have massive technical issues. Like, I do not know why my laptop keeps on
Sorry,
crashing.
John. Right now. I had the internet issues.
Yeah, it seems like everyone have technical issues because just now my game keeps on crashing on me when I was about to start the stream, and I was like, bruh.
Yeah, for some reason Discord's really buggy for me today. Like when I try to do anything, it just doesn't do it.
Yeah.
Okay, ready now.
Oh yeah, I forgot to screen share to you. So I'm screen sharing my screen to you in Discord so you can check like what I'm trying to say. So here's just a quick recap on the brackets. As we can see that AX AX is going to be playing against Tianba at the lowest bracket. VC will be playing IVE in the upper bracket. As yesterday we saw that Tianba defeated LN and AX advanced due to Yappers dropping out. So moving on to today's schedule, we got Team IVE and Oops a Typo, IVE versus VC, and Tianba versus AX, and sorry for the typo as I was rushing the stream. So yeah, here we're gonna move on. Oh bruh, I have to keep on remember not doing that. So anyways, I want to introduce IVE to us.
Team IVE has really just been this dominant team, you know.
Yeah, I mean the members. It's on the OBS right now.
Yeah, we have the main core of the team, you know, Panda, and the new Hunter players, Hetian. And they've recently picked up Neru from one of the other teams, I think. 481 is Neru. And Jala is also one of the newer members who recently came off from one of the other very good teams, RS. They've been trying out Jala as one of the Hunter players. So this team has just been dominating. I mean, with this level of talent, it's kind of expected, to be honest. But they've been putting up really good numbers. They're rank 1 in basically every single aspect of the metrics in the tournament. And Team VC, also a very strong team. Mother Townsend, very strong Hunter player. Cardona, who used to be, a very OG player, has recently come back in like the past few months. I remember playing with them in like 2019.
Yep.
And yeah, other players also, all peak tier players. So this is probably one of the highest profile matches we have today.
Yep.
And hope you enjoy it.
Yeah. So hold on, let me check if the lobby is set up. Oh, okay, the lobby has been done setting up. So without further ado, Sotet, you can begin with the band pick. And while we're at it, just like here's a quick background info. Team VC versus IVE, they are like the winners bracket because they were the winners of their first place of their like group, and then IVE defeated Yappers last week while VC defeated Team Lunarfia. And it's also quick interesting to note that in Chapter 5, these two teams were also the teams that battled in the winners bracket finals. Like, this is almost like a repeat of what happened 3 months ago. And back then, IVE 2-0 Team Vacuity. So here, let's see, can Vacuity do the same, or will history repeat itself? Or if IVE would do the same, or would Team Vacuity make a whole complete reversal? I meant.
I mean, this is a chance for Team VC to prove themselves. They've tried their best last time, but they didn't make it because Team IVE was just very dominant. This time, they're giving it another go. They have experience, they maybe know a bit more about IVE, so hopefully it works out for Team VC.
Yep. So
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, I was just removing Panda's rules. I forgot. So, anyways, we're gonna move on to the band picks now. So, okay, the Red Church has been chosen by IVE, and Team Vacuity opted for their Hunter to go first, as we actually seen that how skilled their Hunter player Mother Townsend is, managing to do a very decent job against Lunarfia, and especially, I cannot forget that Geisha. Like, Mother Townsend's Geisha is very signature here.
Yep, so Red Church, a very even map, a small map which is very good for Ivy. And then Opera is also quite playable here, since map's quite small, Red Church isn't that strong of a map. So both Hunter sides will be looking to pick up 5 points, at least 3 to 5 points. And if they don't do that, then the pressure is on Survivor side. So I think for the first BO1, we're going to be seeing, just 2 very strong Hunter performances. And then, of course, against Team IVE, the pressure is on Mother Townsend to be able to open up the round for them. So it's all going to come up to how well Mother Talzin can basically handle the pressure of the first round. Because this is the match where he needs to basically make an advantage for his team.
Yep, definitely. And actually, the ban picks has been happening very fast while we're talking. As Cord, Gardener, and Wildling, these are all like very strong like single hit counter survivors. So I assume we're seeing more of a single hit hunter here, which is no surprise because of Murder Towson, he has Opera Singer. He's also known for his very strong Geisha and Dream Witch. And with that in mind, this ban pick does make a lot of sense.
Yes, a bit surprising for me personally is seeing the Seer being banned first. I mean, I don't think you're that scared of the Seer if you're playing something like Opera, but good to get out of the way one of the stronger characters. Puppeteer, pretty standard, because if you're gonna be like at least threatening to play like either not Geisha maybe, but like Opera, if you're threatening to play Opera, you really don't want to see Puppeteer, and Puppeteer is also very viable with IVE. Just having the general, like the second kite be so strong and the first kite be like 4 hits, like that is a long time. So Puppeteer is usually good to get out of the way very fast. For the rescuer, they've chosen Wildling, which is, Wildling, this character, right, is usually associated a bit with like risk because you're slowing down decoding by a lot, and his skill is actually a lot more exploitable than like say FO or Merc. But advantage of it is you're just kind of indestructible against Opera and sometimes IVE, as long as you. I know that we often say Wildling is very like good against just any person wanting to chase them, but recently, if you've been watching IVL, there's been a few recent tragic Wildling performances against IVE. So these are all
yeah. Actually, with IVE, like the shadow though is that the shadow has gotten a nerf, and actually before the nerf, the shadow sort of fallen out a bit in IVE, not IVE, but in IVE. Because like we can see that the shadow, like teams are starting to figure out the ways to play against it, and adding the fact that her recent nerf where both her main body and her leech scare cooldown got increased by 3 seconds, it made her like significantly weaker. Though I won't say she is out of the meta, but if you ask me to rank, I think she's tier 0.5 now as opposed to tier 0. And actually Opera Singer also got nerfed, and it was actually kind of significant in the match yesterday because the Opera was so slow. But okay, here we have our pick here Bunny.
Yes, the nerfs did like kind of put like back then anyone could basically play Opera and IVE.
So you can begin.
Dream Witch here. Dream Witch against like Gardener, Wildling might actually struggle a bit, but the good thing is there's nothing like Barmaid, there's nothing like Psychologist. So the first chase, as long as it's not one of the like 3-hit guys, it'll be relatively easy. Like Coordinator is pretty easy to get. Acrobat you can get with a bit of effort, and maybe a Patroller.
Yeah.
So not a bad pick here. So maybe kind of like another thing is the nerf has like the nerf is very recent, right? And people who've played Opera and IVE for a while will like struggle to adapt. It's kind of like when like okay, my example was when there was a Clown rework, right?
Yeah.
When Clown entire mechanic was reworked last year. I struggled a fuck ton, a lot.
Oi!
Just playing it normally, but like yeah. So we're right now maybe playing the period of adaptation where teams are just like the 100 players especially are just trying to like get their minds around the nerf. So maybe they've fallen a bit more on the comfort picks here. And we're seeing Dream Witch as the first hunter,
Yeah. I almost forgot to swap the stream. So anyways, let's just check on Persona. This is a double tide turner, and double broken windows. It seems to me that they did not expect Dream Witch to be played in BL1, because if you're expecting Dream Witch, we'll probably be seeing more flywheel effects. But them having no flywheel effects or not a lot of flywheel effects means that they will be struggling to like cancel out the Patroller bites. So here, like for the Dream Witch, I think he could definitely go straight for the Court. A Court's flare gun, it does next to nothing against the Dream Witch. So if we're looking at this team comp, the Wildling and the Gardener are the only ones that can really do decent. And I think the Gardener is the key on how she uses her bubbles to cancel out the blank hits in mid-game for Dream Witch.
Yeah, and Acrobat might be a viable chase too, but it's a bit riskier because Acrobat Ball does cancel Patroller, and him being like middle does
jumping
allow
through,
him to complete the graveyard. So Coordinator is actually going to like Coordinator is not in a great spot actually. Like, to be completely honest, like this spot is strong for kiting, but against a Patroller Dream, where you're at doesn't matter that much. compared to just if you can cancel dog. And we're seeing yes, the midfield is going right towards coordinator, going to look for first leech, trying to make the leech out of the range, and then go for the first patroller as soon as it's ready.
Yep, so we have to see how does Ziyang or Yuki gonna kite this out. Drops the pulls down on pallet here. Let's see where Mother Thousand is gonna locate. Oh, actually is able to sort of like sandwich a bit here, at least forcing Ziyang or Yuki in a bad area. But let's see, Yuki runs through it. Here has a leech. Oh, if the first flare gun is able to hit though, but there's still one more leech to work with. Let's see, can Mother Thousand get the hit here? But it seems that Mother Thousand is not going to commit. I guess maybe he does not want to expend the first leech too fast. But he's just trying to get a sandwich situation, which will be hard. But let's see, can he do it though? Oh, is able to get the first hit though, but the leech is gone. The good news though is that the flare gun has already been expended. That means that here Mother Thousand just have to find a perfect opportunity to drop the patroller down. Then this cord will be down.
Mother Thousand looking to use patroller after the first leech has already been used. Not a great situation. You usually want to get the first hit and then
Wildling.
Your leech. And this is why, because the Wildling comes here. Now it's very hard to. Never mind. Wildling.
What were you about to trying to say there? Did someone say it would be very hard?
I mean, yeah, because it's a one-hit hunt. Wildling choosing to charge here.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure if that was the best idea over there. And if we talk about the end result, I think the Wildling was a bit too hesitant in rushing. Maybe he could have rushed earlier, but I think he wanted to time the moment correctly, and he ended up failing that block, which was an even bad situation. Because if we look at the ciphers, there's only two.
There, right? Okay, so you basically have to go for like either a body block or a charge.
Yeah.
But he messed up the body block and then went for a charge, which basically meant he couldn't.
Hold on, this is dangerous. That's dangerous. That's very dangerous. That's very, very dangerous. Yeah, the Wildling here knows that he cannot make the save, so he's forced to retreat out.
He has 3 Berserk, so Wildling can't even rescue here. Gets on the pig again, but it's only to kind of just distract. Gets the rescue, but there's no tie turner, which means that this is going to be another leech and another pickup. He doesn't even really need to care about the Wildling here. He just leech and then just pick up the 2 guys. Which means that IVE is kind of already back in the corner here because the province is like very slow. It's like at max 2.5 ciphers.
Yeah, because the thing is that just now the Wildling failing that body block, meaning that Wildling did not decode, and just now the Wildling positioned himself too far and almost got stuffed that rescue slowed their cipher down even further. Because if we look, there's only one in 30%, and the other one I imagine it has not been touched at all. So the ciphers are beyond enough. So honestly, I think for this game the Wildling sort of gave a bit of chances. That puts IVE in a dangerous position as Gardener is going to come in with Tie Turner, but here Mother Thousand is just going to be dropping the patroller, and let's see, can he make this off? But he's going to get a hit on the Acrobat, and then let's see, can he get this off on the Gardener?
Swing for Gardener. The Gardener has one more bite on his dog left. He just has to wait for the Gardener bite and then hit the coordinator. Okay, the Gardener has like kind of outlasted the last stun and does take a hit here, which means that there is a chance for coordinator to go towards middle.
Yeah, but
Mother Thousand still has trump card here, which means that like he doesn't really need to rush this coordinator down. He can just kind of keep this disciple very close by, and then the moment the main body comes, he can just patrol her again.
Yeah, I mean the worst case is that he tries to blink and get the coordinator down, or the worst case scenario he just patroller the court, which is exactly what he's gonna do right now. So let's see. Going to be patroller. Can Yuki evade this out? Does it not seem like it?
No, this is a short pallet, which means it's basically impossible to dodge polar. He Mother does have to kind of be aware of him like using the flip to cancel the stun, but it's gonna force her to other side and does get down here. And now it's basically up to a Wildling kind of threw an early game, but now this game is actually a bit up to the Wildling now because he's the only person who has Tie Turner left. So and he has like obviously he's Wildling, right? So we're going to be going to a 3-person control mid game. So what the Hunter has to do is try to kill someone very early. Either do that or chair them near one of the big ciphers. So then trump card and maybe social normal, or even just like controlling with teleport will be able to get the 4K before the cipher pops. But as you can see, one half cipher left. So like progress isn't that slow. The one problem is that there is 2 disciples on the field right now, which means Acrobat is basically kind of controlled here. But Mother Thousand is choosing to use both of the disciples to catch full health Acrobat, which is costing him a lot of time.
Well, actually the thing is that there is like one half cipher, but that half cipher is the cipher that's being pressured right now. We can see that the survivors took this opportunity to heal up. Oh, misses the hit though. Is he able to get this one? Nope. Nope, not being able to. Acrobat able to snake past. And actually, I think that Manor Towson had a pretty good momentum just now, but he sort of lost it a bit when he took a bit of time to down the court. Maybe him like instantly focusing on the court would be better rather than trying to field control the Acrobat early on because he lost momentum. Because we can see that all 3 survivors are now back at full health running, and they all have silver items to work with right now. So for Manor Towson, it'll be very hard for him if he wants to play for that format. But the one saving grace though is that the last 3 ciphers are actually relatively close. One in Graveyard, one at the carpet, and one at like Backgate, and actually not that far from each other.
Manor Towson does get the Acrobat down to half, but it is going to be a bit hard to finish off because he's like very far away and he cannot really bring the main body there. So what Manor Towson actually has to do right now is try to secure a fast down. A bit difficult since Gardner and Walding both have extra hit points, and Acrobat is just naturally far away. And by bringing his main body there, he's risking he wants this side, the Graveyard Cipher to be like as little pressure as possible. He's okay with the other Cipher having some progress, to be honest. He's gonna choose to go for the Acrobat here. He's probably gonna go for the Patroller about now, and he does go for Patroller. Acrobat's gonna be looking to cancel it with a ball and go towards Church Window.
Yeah, but the thing is that can only really help you once unless he try to go through the window, but nope, not being able to. But yeah, Wildling Cipher is very high in progress, so at this point of time, there's no way that the ciphers are going to, like, Manor Towson cheering. But hold on, is that the basement? If that's the basement, this might be a whole different story. It is, but I think the thing is that Manor Towson took a bit too much time, like, trying to switch. I don't think is he able to get the chair though? If able to, then now that is one chance he can utilize because there's a leech on top, a leech on bottom, and this is a basement dream what you're talking about here.
Well, luckily there's a Walding here, which means isn't that hard to break past the first line of defense. The second line of defense to worry about. But they do have Tide Starter here, so both are going to be looking out of the basement. All that matters is now how many leechers are in play for the end game. Because Mother House still has teleport available, which means that as long as there's 2 leeches, 2 people are just effectively doing nothing, and 1 person can be chased by the main body, which means that they have to spend time dealing.
Hold on, this
it's a bit late, but that does get a speed boost and isn't
Wildling. Oh, Manor Towson got stuck by her main body there. That was very unfortunate for him. Blink. Let's see. Oh, misses it.
Let's use the blink and miss it here. A bit of a blunder by Mother Towson. Instead of just going for the control using teleport and kind of guarding the gates and waiting for the pig to run naturally, he chooses to force the issue and blink the Wildling, and he misses.
Actually, I think Mother Towson right now completely lost track of what he should do, because the thing he should do is secure tie, because I don't think even a tie, because like the thing, if you're gonna go to the main gates, then that means that the 2 survivors that can run out of Wildling is going to jump up through the dungeon there.
An absolute blunder from Mother Towson. You hate to see it, really. Sometimes 100 players, they get too caught up in like the current objective and forget about the main game, but that's why you should just, keep calm and kind of keep your win condition in mind. Keep your win condition in mind, don't deviate from it. That, as long as that blink wasn't, like, even if you don't use trump card there, you're fine. You'll still get maybe 1 to 2 kills by just having TP, but chose to force the issue and misses the blink on a Wildling.
No, I don't think that the issue is necessarily missing the blink, but what he did after that, because first of all, he hit the Wildling, which I don't think he he misses that hit, which is fine, and as soon as he misses the blink, and because the Wildling went off the board, then at this point of time, he should secure that kill, because he wanted to go to the front gate, but the thing is that the front gate is definitely going to be done, because the amount of time he took to down, like, he's went around their endgame is already more than enough for the front gate to be popped. Him going the front gate does not do nothing because the Acrobat can get there in time, the Gardener can get there in time. The Wildling got off the board, so he should be targeting the Wildling instead rather than sending someone to front gate, which is a lost cause and lost his opportunity to tie, because as soon as he missed the blink, there's no chance for him to free K or anymore.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate from side of Mother Towson. Like he made basically 2 essential mistakes in a row.
Yeah.
Instead of just playing for control, he chose to use the blink, and after missing the blink, he chose to go to gate. Which even with like Dream Witch move speed, you're still waiting for your followers to catch up, which means that It might even be like longer than some movement hunters like Night Watch. So
Very unfortunate for Mother Townsend's side considering his early start. But anyways, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll see everyone after the break. See you in a bit.
This is my closing night. This is my closing night. This is my closing night. is my closing night.
And we're back, but Zhong is gone. I somehow disposed of him, and instead of him, we have who do we have here?
It is Nyashi. We are back. I was supposed to be here yesterday, but I was not. So I'm here now.
Alright.
Yeah.
Nyashi, well, you know, today's matches. First match you weren't here, but what basically happened was a total breakdown of game plan from Dreamwitch. But now we have Team VC Survivors looking to make a comeback. And what do you think? What do you think? What's going on in your head?
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. I mean, the Hunter had an opportunity to tie there, and that would have been really good, actually, especially against a team that I feel like is the favorites to win at the moment. But now they're kind of backpedal here. Vacuity does want to try to win at Survivors. If not, maybe try to tie so then the deficit isn't as bad.
Yes, indeed. Sometimes, you know, good chances come, but you don't always take hold of them. But this time, let's see how the Survivors hold up. But they're going to be under a lot of pressure from He Tian, who's like basically the strongest hunter in the
tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, He Tian, you've seen him last time. You've seen him against Vacuity last time. I believe it was both 4Ks as well. I don't think he's lost yet in this entire circuit. So I'll say it's definitely going to be a tough one if they try to win against He Tian. But who knows? There is a first for everything. And Vacuity's roster, this IMR looks a bit different from the last time we've seen them. So I guess we can head right on to the match. I believe they're going to be... Have they done the band picks? I'm not actually sure. But I believe they're going to be heading right into the band picks.
Coming off of the first game, Dreamwitch, I think He Tian's character pool is probably more wide, so we're gonna be seeing, you know, IVE, Opera, like those characters did get nerfed in the recent patch, but as like just like this competitive player, He Tian has like the most mastery of those characters, so that's probably what I'm gonna be expecting to see first. But looking at the band picks right now, Puppeteer, which is quite a standard pick. Second pick we have Perfumer, so very interesting bands, both towards the single hit hunters. Basically just saying, I'm going to play Opera, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, I feel like this Perfumer fan may be leaning towards maybe someone in the team mains the characters, so...
Basically, all the single hit hunters, you know, don't really want to deal with Puppeteer, and that's like the strongest one. But if Puppeteer is gone, some teams do just play Perfumer as like the secondary counter, you know, maybe not the best, but still very good against the single hit hunters. So saying just I'm gonna ban Perfumer right away is basically saying I'm gonna play Opera. You guys are gonna be forced to pick like your first two picks are gonna basically be counter Opera somewhat. You have to like pick something like Gardener. You have to pick something like maybe like a Wildling to just counter the possibility of an Opera. But interesting enough, we're seeing Magician and Doctor. So Doctor is
so Doctor, that's absolutely questionable pick. I feel like Doctor, we've seen it before, and I feel like there's never really a good reason to pick Doctor right now in the current meta, so I'm really surprised with this pick. Again, maybe it's like a character that they're just accustomed to, but still, up against a Hunter that's, you know, the best right now in this tournament, and, you know, having to win, I feel like Doctor's not the pick you want to be running.
Yeah, especially in the earlier BOs where like a bunch of the stronger hunters, the stronger chase hunters are available. Doctor never Doctor basically just plays like Lucky Guy, but even worse than Lucky Guy because you don't even have like anything to use. Let's see how it works out. Maybe bold choice. Let's see how it works out for them.
I do think one saving grace for Doctor is like, you know, it has the veteran to kind of get that distance after first hit. It also has that like fast healing. So it's able to reset a lot faster, but still, these are very niche merits that can be filled in by other characters in the game right now. So we are going to see, I believe, the Wildling does get picked from the side of Vacuity, a very standard rescuer on their end, and we do see He Tian decides to ban the Embalmer.
Yeah, banning Embalmer is basically saying just I don't want you guys to even like draw. I just wanna. Okay. Maybe this Embalmer ban's a bit like slightly wasted because I already think this like team comp wouldn't do that better with Embalmer anyways. But Embalmer is basically like in other situations you pick it just to say like I don't want you guys to even have a chance of drawing. Maybe like a bit of a display of like maybe confidence from Hetian, but like okay, Embalmer's like not that bad, but I don't think this Pharaoh Lady. Okay,
Yes, we are seeing the Pharaoh Lady. Yeah, no, this is very. The Pharaoh Lady, just one of the stronger IV counters, but I feel like he's so weak against all the other characters. And right now, Hetien can easily play the opera singer here, and no, this would be an amazing team composition against the opera. Even post nerf, still a really strong character. So, I mean, this composition is not really that great from the side of Faculty. I don't really like it. I mean, you have the Doctor, which is questionable on its own. Magician is fine, especially if you are dealing with the Goatman. And Pharaoh Lady is okay, strong IV counter. Can somewhat deal with Goatman if you're smart about it. But against Opera Singer, it's kind of a miss.
Yeah, like the invisible like abilities, they're running double invisible, which is Magician plus Pharaoh, which is good against Ivy because you can prevent the ghost from sticking on you. But I don't think they've insulated well enough against Opera, and just Doctor is just generally a liability to be honest. So,
yes, I mean, I feel like Doctor was really the biggest question mark here. I feel like if Doctor was replaced with a character that's can deal with the opera singer, maybe this composition would look a little bit better. But now it's just there, kind of like as a nothing character. It's just standing there, really susceptible to getting chased and whatnot. I feel like, yeah, I really don't like that pick at all. The Doctor pick doesn't really raises questions. Again, maybe it's a character that they're just accustomed to. But this is Hetien we're talking about. He's accustomed to all these meta hunters. Top tier, or like absolutely one of the best at these meta characters as well. So really interesting that they picked Doctor here, but maybe they do want to just stay within their comfort zones.
And we do see the Goatman here, so recently just added to tournament. Sorry?
Yeah. So Goatman, yes, here recently just added to the tournament. One of the most meta characters right now in the game, I think. With the nerfs, I actually don't know what Goatman nerfs were. I don't fully remember them. If anyone else wants to entertain me on that, they can. But Goatman's still one of the strongest characters, if not the strongest right now. With just how strong his chase is, it's so difficult to kite a Goatman because he's such a confusing character. He really breaks certain parts of the game that's really annoying to deal with.
Yeah, like kind of the way you counter Goatman is by just being able to take more hits, because like he is a single hit hunter. Like his single hits come very fast, but he does have to like still go for the single hits. So like stuff like Puppeteer or like Psychologist does make him slightly struggle a bit. But looking at this like comp, I don't think like as long as you just cage like the Pharaoh Lady in, you can cage the Magician in. You can even caging Doctor probably just means the Doctor is gonna die right away.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like Magician. Actually, the Magician picks kind of pick here like as a way to deal against Goatman. You kind of just teleport from the other side and then wand right after, or you can also just use a safe passage to teleport right before getting hit. So the Magician is a pick that's okay. Like really, like I've seen this as the counter against the Goatman, as one of the counters against Goatman. We are going to see here. I thought we were going to see no mid spawn here, but does seem as if they put Doctor at mid, but it's like the worst thing you could do because again, you were just mentioning how Doctor's the last person you want to get chased, and Doctor here is the most susceptible to getting chased. And Church is not a good area either. You have no pallets to kind of work around. Yes, maybe the 2 pallets inside a Church, but they're kind of too distant that you're not able to properly use them. You want to be staying in areas that have 2 pallets, usually because it's how you're going to deal if Goatman tries to block off one of them. But we are going to get right into this match here as he does head right into Wildling / Doctor's direction.
The slightly nice thing about Doctor is you still have the Wildling just like right beside you. So during mid chase, Wildling can kind of just sacrifice a bit of the time to just go help Doctor regain health. But He Tian's obviously not going to be going for the Wildling, going towards Doctor now, towards back church.
Oh, we are gonna see. He's gonna go for the Pharaoh Lady, which I think is completely fine on his end. We are gonna see Cardona uses the I believe the stick there to kind of just try and beat the hunter, but not falling for it. And now we are probably gonna see the first hit here from the side of Hetien, and he does manage.
Very nice cage, just putting him right in front of Pharaoh Lady, cutting off the exit, forcing her to go back towards window. And in this cage is slightly off, but still forces her to go towards the very big double arrow. The arrow cuts off one of the windows, and now the teleports through for the instant down. This is why Goldman is so strong. Like your ability has minimal cooldown. It's just you go near the cage, and then you're already on the other side, and you're using an energy system, right? Kind of like Lucino, where you just go 1-2. Like the moment one cage ends, you just dismantle and you go for a nice cage. So Pharaoh Lady basically have nothing. Like there's nothing she can do there. There's literally nothing. Like breaking the wall doesn't save you. Running towards one corner doesn't really save you because there's no pallets there. So
Yep, we are gonna see Wildling is within the vicinity. He's gonna try and go for the rescue now. This is a pretty, I would say, an early rescue, but I will say this is a pretty it is a basement rescue after all, and he is going to take a full hit here. So, yep, the question is, can Cardona get out?
Here, I think? Or doesn't choose cage first, because Wildling is a slow-moving character. He can just put up cage and smack Wildling first. Does hit the Pharaoh Lady, though.
Yep, does hit the Pharaoh Lady. Wildling's just decoding there, very risky, but luckily Hetien does not have any more cage. He's not able to capitalize on downing Wildling. But still, I mean, these survivors are playing very risky. Kyrie's probably going to heal the Wildling, and look, they have 4 ciphers remaining. Cardona's still at basement, and Wildling is getting healed here by the Doctor. I guess this is now the merit, because you can see here, immediate just heal up right before the chair. But now Wildling's just going to get caught here within the vicinity, immediately takes a hit. I believe they'll still make it to their rescue, but they're bringing in Kyrie just in case they don't.
The problem really isn't like if they can rescue or not, it's what are they gonna do after they get rescued. Like, it works out a bit well here because he can't really cage and get the full damage. Oh, Wildling push is very good here, forcing him to go for Wildling.
Yeah, I agree, but Cardona didn't actually get much use of that because he kind of stayed within the vicinity. We are seeing Wildling is still within the area. Doctor is healing, and I think I'm starting to see a bit of the reason why he was kind of going for it, maybe trying to support, but actually no, he's not within the vicinity at all. But oh look, Doctor's actually right there. We are going to see here, Wildling does take a hit, and he is going to be going down. Now Kyrie's going to be trying to support Cardona. 4 ciphers are still remaining here, and now it's actually down to 3. But now we are going to see here...
At this point, they've invested too much into keeping the Pharaoh Lady alive, where that, they can't really... Like, they're playing the Doctor and Wildling just kind of like as meat shields, mobile meat shields for the Pharaoh Lady. And if they do get enough distance, Pharaoh Lady does regain cloak and like waste additional seconds. But against Goldman, it's not that like viable to just okay. It's a cyber progress. Like they don't have enough progress to actually go and say actual body block fight. Like at this point, the Cybers have slowed down way too much, and Hoodie has like just whatever he can. He can do basically whatever he wants because he has already max presence, max energy. So as long as the second chase is not that long, we're looking at a win from Hoodie, I think.
Yeah, but we are going to see here a Doctor being able to solve some time. But as soon as I said that, he's going to immediately go down. He's actually going to be trying to heal here, but no, he's going to get absolutely back.
Completely destroying the Doctor.
Yeah, no shot here for the Doctor to try and fight a bit longer. Is now Wildling Cypher at 50%. He is actually going to drop down the Survivor and abnormal the Cyphers, so now they have even less Cyphers than they already did. And keep in mind, 3 Cyphers remaining here. One Survivor is already out of the Manor, and then the other Survivors here chaired on basement.
Yep, so the Doctor being in the basement means that the Rescuer has to again, just invest 1 to 2 hits of health just to get the Rescuer Doctor. And that's not even saying that they can go out. Like, Magician's stuck in a cage now, which means he has to like run upstairs and use another wand. So, like at this point, it's just like a struggle to see like how long they can last, whether if they can win or not.
Yep, and wow, just had Chin casually doing that like it's nothing there. I mean, switches to Peepers as well to slow down the healing. The Doctor is still at the basement area and can self-heal here if he wants to. Does not manage to get the Magician. But this point doesn't matter. Two full ciphers remaining on. Let me repeat that. And, you know, this is looking really tough. I mean, he also has Peepers just to slow them down even more. Tries to get the Magician once more, but one barely saves the Survivor and does manage to bait him out. He's actually doing Magician actually doing a good job of stalling some time, and he actually does get
cage, so this is only half health, but and they do earn enough time for the Summer Star healing in the middle, but it's not enough for the Doctor to actually heal up fully. And Walling has gone unpicked, which means he can just ignore him, even if you want. Like, he doesn't really even need to deal with him. Like, you can just go for Magician. And the moment Goldman is such a mobile character now. Like, you can just go for the Magician and come back to Walling when he gets off the pig. But Oji is just, you know, kind of just saying, I'm done with this, I'm tired of you, I'm gonna slowly...
Yeah, but the problem is here, like, Wadling just giving 2 free hits outside of Cage and then giving a free hit inside of Cage, just causing the down. Like, he may have been able to stall a bit longer here, though I would say Hetchen wasn't really incentivized to pick up the Doctor. He knew he had no more self-heal. But still, like, I don't know what Wadling was really doing there. I mean, he gave 2 free hits, he gave another free hit when he was on Cage. Magician just within the vicinity, but both of them actually use self-heal. Didn't even notice. And so as soon as Magician goes down, it's kind of game for the Survivors here.
You know, from perspective like a Survivor player, I think this is just, you know, the team saying, we're kind of tired of this. I'm gonna just auto.
Please let it go. Yeah, I feel
let
like
us go. This game is over.
Yeah, but I
we
mean,
can't really surrender because we're in a tournament, but just
Oh, but they do manage to heal up the Wildling, so maybe they haven't given up just yet. But who knows? Wildling's probably gonna get absolutely caged here. We're gonna see the dash once more. He's gonna be able to get. Oh my God, Hetien. This guy is insane. Take notes, Goatman mains. He's playing an absolutely amazing game right now. He puts 3 peepers down like an absolute mad lad. But where is one saving grace? Wildling is halfway through bleeding, so if Magician somehow manages to luck out here, he might be able to actually stall enough time till the point that the Survivors actually bleed here. Though, at this point, for sure, Hetchen, or Team IVE rather, will be getting the first round win. So,
yeah,
this is gonna...
The main problem is that, like, you really want the person to be alive to beat the Wildling and not the Magician. Because the Magician, like, without any tools, is basically just a walking corpse.
Yep, and we are.
He's gonna try to, like, open a chest, and if he finds something like
I believe he may have noticed where the Survivor is.
Football.
He does have a football, yes. And hold on.
So, maybe there's a shot. Football. Never say never. Football's good. And nope, it's over. So congratulations to Team IVE for getting 5 points in the first half. Walling struggled for you, but it doesn't really mean anything at this point.
Apologies. I mean, we are going to be seeing. Well, if Walling can somehow.
You can only break cage while you're on the floor.
Yeah, while you're off the floor.
So Walling can't get out.
So now Wadling trying to stall as much time as possible. I'd say this is a very hard game to win now. Actually, very impossible the game to honestly win, as he's now just going to block both the window and the pallet and just down to Wildling here, and that is a 4K on the side of IVE. GG's to Hetien. Is now they are going to start with an 8-1 lead in this first round.
Yep, congratulations Team Hetien, and Hetien obviously a very good Goatman player, so he's gonna get rewarded for playing Goatman here, having it in this pool basically.
Yeah, and I just feel like they overcompensated in this match. I mean, sure they were supporting a lot, but Fair Lady still went down at an unreasonably quick time, and no one was decoding. So, you know, by the time they survived, or by the time the Fair Lady kind of just went out, there were still 3 full ciphers to make, and that just really costed them a bit of the match. The Doctor wasn't really playing that well either. I did see some of the potential there was, like, I saw the idea why they wanted to run Doctor, but in the end, it really didn't work out here in this match. It just wasn't capitalized to an extent of it being reasonable. And once again, that doesn't mean that heading into the second round, Team IVE does have an 8-1 lead. So definitely some tough time here for the side of Backwoody. But we are going to be heading real quick into a break. So if you guys want to be watching, just give us a moment as we are going to get into second half.
Yep, we'll be back in a bit. Hopefully BC can kind of work back the